Hello and welcome to today's video. I'd like to thank Solbio for actually supporting this channel. And Solbio is a completely natural toilet fluid. It can be also used in the waste tank. It's environmentally friendly as it's made from completely natural ingredients. So if you'd like to know more about this product, there'll be more at the end of the current video, and there will be links below. Thank you. Hello and welcome to Ahorn. This is a small motorhome, sleeps 595 centimeters in length, 234 in width. And so for those seeking something small, it might be suitable. This will cost 64,000 euros, well, nearly. And let's have a look inside. So 3.5 kilos, it'll base, and so kitchen, bed at the back, access via a ladder, and similar bed at the front. There we go, access via a ladder. Bed up here in the cab over. Just one window. There is a shelf at the other side with reading lights below it. This part will of course come up and push it up, there you go. I'm pushing it up, and see if you want more space below. Here we've got a very large storage compartment, and above there you can, I suppose you could also use that also for storage whilst sleeping in the overcab. Very large table for a 6-meter motorhome. Very large indeed, I would say. So more storage here. Although to get into that storage, you're going to have to take the cushions out. The cushions sort of sitting there. I've never really understood the point of something like this. I don't have a problem with having a seat on the storage, but I just don't get the point of the seat there in the first place. Personally, I'd have made it a bit bigger, but of course it is going to block the chairs had it been a bit bigger. And here, let's have a look up here. A lot of storage in there. Here we've got the, let's see if we've got the 12 volts on. No, it's not. Anyway, can't have everything in life, and but it's bright enough as it is. We don't need it on. 3 burners here. Fridge below it. Storage over here. Could do with a door on the storage. Very good size sink with a proper domestic drainage. Now, why can't other vans have sinks like that? That is practical, in my opinion. And up here, let's get in here if we can. Storage up there. And there we go. A very large washroom for a vehicle of this size, in my opinion. Very large indeed. Probably you wouldn't have a carpet in this, but it might be there for a reason. Could do with a duckboard though. And right, let's move this out the way. Put this on the bed. Personally, I don't like ladders, but you know, it's only 6 meters, so I can't see what other choice you've got. So in here, this is currently being used for storage, but would be a wardrobe if there were a railing up there, but okay. These things have to go somewhere, so that's as good a place as any. Yeah, this definitely could do with a door on it, or couldn't it? A sliding door, that would do the trick. There's the heating control, and the water control. In the roof we've got 2 skylights, and outside we've got here gas cupboard, and here is the rather large garage. I'll take you for a walk around the outside as well. So 6-metre van. I'll show you another very similar one here, which is this one, 590 plus, similar price. But this one comes with a bed up here and a side bed. And through here we have the much smaller toilet, the washroom, but it does have a much larger bed, and here as well, this is much larger. Although, as always, I'd say it's a small van, can't see the point in getting as many people in here as possible, as it seems to be the case. So this is the Ahorn dealership, one of 3 Ahorn dealerships in Mülheim. In this street here, Kölner Straße, there are more RV dealers than you'll find anywhere else in Europe. So if you're looking for a vehicle, then this is definitely the place to come to. So for the moment, thanks for watching. I've got this is the vehicle which was the star of this show, the Ahorn A590 on a Renault base. So all the best from me in Germany. This is the first time ever that I have accepted any support for promoting a product on YouTube. Now, I've been on YouTube now for 15 years, and I've been doing the Vanlife stuff for a number of years as well. The reason I haven't accepted support in the past is because I felt it had to be something which I really agreed with, and a product I knew. So I had to feel 100% about recommending it to others. This is Solbio, and this is a toilet additive. Now, what's the point of a toilet additive? Well, when you use the toilet, then it goes into a cassette, and you have to dump the cassette somewhere. Now, if you just urinate into it, then there should be no problem. But if you put any solids into it, then it makes it a bit more difficult. Now, one thing you can do is if you have constant diarrhea, then you may not need a toilet additive, because you should be able to dump it without any problems. For those of you who don't suffer from this problem, then one thing you might want to consider doing, in fact, one thing you're going to have to consider doing, is using a toilet additive. Now, there's 2 types. There's the blue stuff, which is manufactured by a number of companies, and it works pretty well. No problems there whatsoever with the way it works. Oh, there's the green stuff, which is ecologically based. Now, up until now, the green stuff didn't work as well as the blue stuff. But I think with Solbio, we're now seeing a comparative working rate. It works just as well. So it's ecological. What it's got inside are natural soaps, it's got natural citric acid, it's got essential oils and plant extracts, and that breaks down whatever it is that you're throwing into the toilet, or releasing into the toilet I should say. And when you come to a dump station, you can just tip up your cassette and it all flows in nicely. Now you may say, well, I have constant diarrhea and so therefore I don't need something like that. Well, that may be the case, but one thing that this has got, it's got a rather pleasant fragrance to it as well. Now I personally like the fragrance of the blue stuff, but I know I'm in a small minority on that one. One thing I noticed when I've been doing tests of really small vehicles, such as 5.5 meter ones above all, so as soon as you open the door, you have this fragrance, let's say, of the blue stuff sort of hits you. Now, with this one here, Solbio, it's got a more natural sort of smell. It's a bit like eucalyptus. I'm trying to find a good way of actually describing it, and the best thing I could think of, it's got these cough drops or these eucalyptus like sweets, and it's got this type of fragrance within the toilet anyway. And if you're in a small van, I bet it could fill up the small van. I haven't really noticed it sort of when I'm sitting here in this position, for example, but maybe I'm not using enough of it to actually notice. Next thing is it safe to use? Well, the thing with the blue stuff is there are good reasons to suggest that it may not be completely safe to use. I mean, it does break things down in a chemical manner. I mean, I'm not going to suggest it's dangerous or anything like that, but I don't think it is particularly good for the environment. If it comes into contact with plants or things of this nature, I mean, there's warnings that, I mean, if you get it in a fish tank or something like that, I don't know why you want to put it in a fish tank, but if you put it in the fish tank, then the fish will die. So this, as it comes from natural things, you assume that it's okay. Now the blue stuff as well, I've noticed I always get it on my hands. And not only that, I mean, obviously I sort of miss the toilet as well. But sorry, I get it into the toilet bowl. I don't miss the toilet, I miss the sort of the hole where you open up for the toilet. And it sort of stains, and it takes a few flushes for it to actually go down. I don't know if that's bad or not, but it's with this stuff, it's almost translucent. Not quite, but almost. As is when you dump it out, which seems a bit odd the first time. You think, hang on just a minute, I'm sure I didn't just urinate in there. But that's the way it is. The manufacturers say it doesn't cause skin irritation. I have never experienced skin irritation from the blue stuff, but I have heard of people having this problem. And let's have another look at it, because here it comes in two. One's for marine use and the other's for motorhome use. Now it could be that mariners use the toilet, or they eat something a bit more dodgy, or I don't know, but it's different. This contains 40 doses, and it's dosed via this thing down here, this little tap. Now I know there are people who are suspect of these taps. Now I previously worked in the packaging industry, and indeed I used to give talks being an expert. I don't think I was much of an expert, but I do know a little bit about it. This technology is perfectly safe, I think, to use. It's not, I mean, it's often used in bag-in-the-box applications, and so you get wine or something. The wine's in a box, and it got this tap that sticks out, and you use it. In the company I used to work, where we produced blueberry juice, we used this technology, and I've never known the taps to go wrong in my direct experience. But when they first came out, I agree there was problems with them. I've heard of people saying they put something in the fridge, or they're in the van and something hit here. in theory, you're supposed to knock both ends down at this. Oh, sorry, pull them both up and press down at the same time to get it to work. So, I mean, I do accept that these things can go wrong. Just as, I mean, if you don't close a bottle properly, everything will go out. But I make that part. Other than that, the bag may seem a little unsturdy because of the way it is. But I can tell it's made from recycled. It's green plastic. It's and I think it's quite safe. So there's some observations on this, and as far as I'm concerned, I really do think it is a good solution for you. Now, it costs roughly the same as the blue stuff. There isn't much difference. Now, I do appreciate that if there was a price difference, that might be a problem. Although, I think if you're into motorhomes, then you'd probably like living in harmony with nature, which is what I'm in it for, really. I think it's the call of nature, this contact with nature and all the rest of it. So I think that protecting nature is something that I would want to do. Whether or not I'm prepared to pay a premium, yes, maybe I'm prepared to pay a little bit of a premium for it, but in all honesty, between this one and the blue stuff, there's hardly any difference. Right, so if you find that of interest, there will be a link below. It's not an affiliate link, it just tells you where to get the stuff from. I'm not on any affiliate programs at all, deliberately, so nobody can accuse me of trying to promote something to get the affiliate link. But I do absolutely believe in this product. So, thanks very much for watching. I am currently at a place called Alexa Camping, or Camping Alexa, in northern Poland. And you may have heard some of the noises on the outside from the campsite. But I shall tell you more about that in another video. So, there you go. This is about Solbio. Thanks for watching.